How's it going, Spaceport? I'm Svethlane, and sometimes when I'm digging through Steam looking for games to play, I'm looking for something that reminds me of my childhood. Bright, vibrant, innocent, reminds me of playing in my parents' basement on my N64 or Nintendo GameCube without a care in the world. And this game, Funguys Swarm, has managed to capture that vibe in a modern, slick package. Now, as you can see down in the bottom right, there is a Coral Island crossover, and that is because this is developed by Stairway Games, the developers of Coral Island, which is a very different genre of game. That is a cozy farming sim. This is a bullet heaven or vampire survivors like. We're going to dive right in here, and I'm going to talk a little bit why I love this game, why I think that it's worth checking out, and you can make a decision for yourself if you'd like to do that or not. As you can see, I have attempted 4 runs. I'm not completely new to the game, but I don't know too much, and that's all right because it's in early access. The devs are still adding a lot of different things to this game, and let's just talk about it. Let's go through this experience together. As you can see, right off the bat, I'm always a sucker for memorable graphics, and this has it in spades. It's bright, it's colorful, it makes me think I'm going to be collecting stars or golden bananas or whatever have you. I have a little pet here. You get companions on your runs. You can pet them. I'm not going to spend too much time in this hub area. We can talk about the different things you can do later. It's your standard fare. There's not a ton that's added in this game that is super duper unique yet, but it's all extremely well made. And so I'm just going to hop right in here and get a run going. So I'm going to try playing on hard on the first level. I've beaten both of these levels on easy, and let's go back to the first level on hard. Maybe I'll flop, but that'll make the game more fun to watch, I guess. So this game, it does have auto attack on. I'm using an unlockable weapon. This is the garlic hammer. I've never used it before, but we're just going to rock and roll through here and see what old garlic hammer can do. I guess as the enemies get closer to me, I am whacking them sooner and not letting this garlic hammer charge up. So we've got our first level up, and we get to choose different perks that are going to develop our character. So you can see my character's head is underneath this one. It's a character trait. This one is a weapon trait. And then this one over here that just has a star, it's a normal trait that you can pick up no matter who you are or what you're using. Boom Shroom is pretty good. I think I'm going to try to develop the garlic hammer on this run. Since I'm unfamiliar with it, we need to be as strong with it as possible. The weapon attacks create an area on the ground. The next attack spawns spikes on it, repeating the effect, which is pretty cool. So we're creating a chain effect. Giant AoE, and the longer we charge this sucker up, the more effective it's going to be. Now, in my mini-map on the top right, you can see something has spawned off to the side. There are nice little plants that we can go check out. Whale Punch. That sounds like something I'd see on Urban Dictionary. After killing 4 enemies with a weapon attack, summon a fist that bounces outward, damaging enemies in an area. Something to note is that in the top left corner of each one of these cards, there's also an element to each skill, and you can upgrade based on element rather than actual skill. But I'm going to do garlic hammer skills just for kicks and giggles. We're not going to think about it too much. I want to get wet, wild, and crazy. I want to do something that's a little bit more challenging to me, and you'll see there's a little heart plant here. Now, I don't necessarily want that. Whatever is on the plant is what's going to pop out of the plant when you destroy the plant. And right now I'm at full health, which is conveniently measured in easy-to-read hearts instead of a percentage or a number, which is pretty nice. It's pretty easy. The thing that I like about Funguys Swarm is it's an extremely accessible bullet heaven game. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and keep leveling up Earth Spike. I think this is going to be very useful. It charges up basically a chain effect that never ends, which is really, really nice, and it's going to help us as we get more surrounded. But this is an extremely accessible bullet heaven or survivors-like game. You don't normally, they're a little difficult to get into for the casual crowd, I feel sometimes, and you don't really run into that issue here. It's cute, it's easy to understand, increases my weapon attack speed. You know, I don't know if I actually need that because this is a charge weapon, but I'm going to keep leveling up my skill and not worry about that right now. We have to stay in this circle, and now we get a reward for not dying and staying in the circle, which is some mushrooms. It's a metagame currency that unlocks additional effects for us. And basically, that is the basic game rotation, just like you would expect. Now, we have a mutation here. We've reached the halfway point on Earth Spike. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. This allows us to add another effect to this skill. So either I can do something that's triggered on my dash, leaving an Earth Spike area separate from the charged weapon's Earth Spike, or it also triggers an additional 2 areas. I think I'm going with the dash because things do get a little bit hectic even in normal, and I'm expecting that to be even more so on hard difficulty. So I want to make sure, okay, that's very cool. So it leaves another at the point of the dash, which then gets triggered simultaneously with the next attack. It's pretty handy. So we're just running around, making sure we don't get hit. Things are usually pretty calm in these games to start out with. Now, this right here is handy. Now, I don't know why my mouse is on the screen. I'm playing with controller. These games are often, this one at least with the auto attack is a little bit easier to play with controller. But we're going to increase the area of my skill cards. Just basically, I'm hoping, yeah, you can see there's 2 rings there. I don't know if there was before, but it appears that I have an extended area of effect on my spike circle now, which is great. It's fantastic. All right, so we have an Earth Core, and it increases the damage of Earth skill cards for each Earth card that you have. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, banking on me grabbing some more Earth cards later on, because my primary damage dealer right now normally is what I want to start the run with. Develop the thing that you have first. Max it out. It becomes a very viable weapon in these types of games all the way through the mid-game. So we've got a swarm coming our way. Oops, I got popped by an explosion. See, I lost half a heart there. So at certain points during the match, and you can see that on the bar up top, let's go ahead and bump that again. The bar up top signals how close you are to the end of the match. Okay, focus, Seth. Focus. Okay, there we go. So when it reaches a certain point, it's going to summon a swarm, which is what I'm experiencing right now. It's just a large amount of enemies. Now, other games of this variety don't normally signal swarms. They just kind of appear. And this is just another way that this game makes it a little bit more accessible. Heads up, something wicked this way comes. This one is completely manageable. I managed to take that guy out before he popped me. Okay, let's see. So you saw the little Fire King's head up there. The Fire King is a gremlin of mischief in our games, and oftentimes he will give us a choice that may have some adverse effects. Now, if he does so in this run, I'm going to take that just for kicks and giggles, because I don't care if I win. I only care about having fun. We're going to keep developing Nature's Spike right now. Okay, we've got a new encounter. Oh, got popped again. That's okay. If all else fails, we still have the heart plant off to the right-hand side, but as you can see, there's a little Pokeball-looking nut over here. I want to go get this nut. I want to grab that nut. Full force, because I'm sure that nut involves goodies inside, and we want to break that open. Just making our way over here. Now, there are magnet power-ups that you can get. That's why I'm not overly concerned about leveling up. Ah, here we go. Here we go. So you can see I'm being offered a 4th card this time. It levels this skill up 3 times, but I'm going to get 2 flame curses. And I'm going to take that, and you'll see what this does. We are now cursed. So we've received some adverse effects, but also some good effects. And right now, I mean, 7% chance that enemies may spawn with extra movement speed. Not really a big deal. 26% chance that the next encounter rewards may be hidden. So that might remove a possible reward from me. So maybe one of the cards from the nut disappears. But we do get more loot dropped by both enemies and breakable objects. So, you know, there's give and take to everything. Sweet and sour. Now, here's another type of little event. We have to collect these flowers in order to unlock the nut. Oh, and here we go. This is an effect that I actually unlocked through metagame progression. Is at the 5-minute mark. You can evolve your fungi. And this, I've never done it on this character before. I've unlocked 2 characters so far, and I've not gotten a chance on this guy. So let's see. Every time you dash, you reduce all skill cooldowns by 25%. You gain 1 shield each time you face a swarm, and every time you take damage, permanently increase your weapon damage by 5%. You know what? I'm doing this. I'm banking on me delivering the goods, and you can see danger approaching. We now have a boss with a health bar in the arena with us. Challenge complete. That's good. Took a little bit of damage. It's okay. It's okay. No need to fret yet. There's a fast enemy. Oh, I'm still taking damage. I definitely don't need to pass away for incompetence reasons. I'd rather it be due to a true challenge. Okay, we have a treasure chest nut. And will we... Oh, we didn't lose any of them. So we got 5 different cards. 2 of them are currency, but we got 3 upgrades to things that we have. And as you can see, a heart has spawned over here. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that heart up. Make my own day a little simpler. And we're going to focus on taking down this bad guy, right? So I don't want to diversify my weaponry too much. So I'm not going to take this one. It's of a 4th element. We haven't gotten a chance for another Earth card yet, so let's just... Ooh. Sure. No, why not? Why not? We can always... I think there's an opportunity for us to overlap, or overwrite, rather, skills that we have taken already. Okay, we have a little ranged enemy here that's going to start firing fireballs at me. I don't like that, but that's okay. Go ahead and pop that. Good deal, good deal. Okay, so we've got another skill up for a curse. Whale Punch is going to get mutated. Fire Curse plus 4 now, which boosts the things that we're already doing, but adds another 10% loot. I'm okay with that. So Whale Punch, fully charging your weapon attack, guarantees this skill will trigger. It now leaves an area with tiny punches that deal constant damage. You know, I'm going to do that. I'm not getting the chance to fully charge my hammer very often. I would rather take the AoE that does damage over time. Earth Spike maxed out. I think I'm going to upgrade my Shockwave. Earth Spike is very strong now, but we're lacking in some other departments, so I want to go ahead and remedy that. Oh man, that was close. That was very close. Oh man, there we go. Got the heart, got my health back. That's okay. We're really getting ganged up on now. Weapons attack speed and a magnet range. Let's go ahead and mutate Earth Spike again. Let's see, ground area can be triggered 2 times. Earth Spike area is also triggered on cooldown. You know what? I'm going with that. I'm hoping that does what I think it does. Yes. So even if I'm charging up... Oh man, we are in a sad predicament right now. Let's move. Hard mode, definitely hard. Notably more difficult than difficulty level 1. Haven't even dealt with the first boss yet. He's almost down, but I'm hoping it's good enough. I'm hoping that I've done my work, that this all pays out in the end. There's a lot of setup I'm doing right now that hopefully will pay off as we get to the later part of this round. It's hard to think with so much happening on screen, and this is like I said, the more difficult difficulty. The easy difficulty is so much more manageable than this, and that's why I was applauding it earlier for being very accessible. You can imagine this with about half the enemies right now is a lot more enjoyable. Not a walk in the park, but definitely enjoyable. Now, hopefully by the time that this video comes out, I'm really hoping to release a batch of videos. It's been quite the journey for me on YouTube to get to the point of releasing videos regularly. And this one is one of a batch that I'm hoping to release, just so you guys get to know me, get to know how I make content and the games that I enjoy, because we're going to be doing a lot of gameplay videos like this. Little games that I have fun with in my free time when I'm not streaming. And streaming is a great hobby for me, but I definitely don't have time to stream all the time. And this is a great way for me to get my gaming time in and also still get to talk to you guys here at the Spaceport. Now, if you're watching this right now, leave a comment about what you think the next game should be that I cover, either on stream or on video, because I appreciate you being here and I appreciate your input. Let's go ahead and max out Whale Punch here. What do we got? Splits into 2 after every bounce, or launch a Whale Punch behind you on dash. I'm going in on the dash modifiers. I've completed a run using the Fire Curse before. You know, it was nice, though, because during that run, I actually got a Fire Curse-infused skill, which it doesn't seem to, does not seem to be happening right now. I'm really trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm not too fond of this skill. It's relying on me picking up XP beans, and sometimes I might be running away, and I just don't get the chance to do that. And I don't know, I should have checked if there was synergy with that card, because it does highlight other cards that are benefiting from the one you choose to take. Okay, let's keep bumping this cooldown here. I think that's a great idea. Keep everything running as quickly and smoothly as possible. What do you have now? The area. We've got to take it. We've got to take it, guys. Fire Curse level 7. We've bumped everything up. We've got more XP growth and more loot drop, though, which I think the loot actually affects our XP, which XP bean might be dropping. So it's really beneficial in multiple ways to us to have that. Here's another Earth skill. Thank goodness. Boulder Bonk. Let's take that and start getting that Earth synergy. Now this is very useful. As you can see, it completely stunned my foes. Calling down Divine Wrath of Small Pebbles upon my enemies is definitely high on my list of ways to dispatch my foes. I'm not too concerned about the bosses. The bosses are nothing but somebody else to chase you, right? Let's go ahead and bump the damage up as I continue to upgrade the Boulder Bonk. We're going to benefit more from that. Oh man, that was a little hairy. What I'm doing is I'm working my way over to the heart plant again, hopefully. I don't know if there's, let's see. No, there's no overall map, but I do know, oh my gosh, that's a metagame currency over there that's actually very useful. Ouch. But I do need this heart plant. I want to go ahead and top up my health while I can, because as you can see, we're heading towards 2 swarms back to back, and I do not want to be without supplies when that happens. There we go. Was it worth it? Probably not. but I feel better about myself for having found it. Look at this. We're really starting to get some chain effects built up here. Incoming swarm. Let's go ahead and deal. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Wow. Okay, things are going to get very hairy very quickly here, so let me create a more favorable situation for myself by getting the hell out of here. All right. Quick cast. A brave choice. He's mocking me. He knows I'm scared. Oh, nice heart drop. Things are just incredibly hectic. Hard difficulty hard. Who could have guessed? What do you have for me now? Rapid strikes? Sure. I've got to take it. Oh no. No. I can't replace what I already have. It's fine. It's fine. So let's go ahead. I can get one more skill card. Oh, and it's interesting that I cannot choose which skill that replaces. Or can I? No. Oh, yes, I can. I wasn't paying attention. You know, actually, let's go ahead and do this. Why not? Maybe that will give me a chainsaw effect to this hammer. We have a reduction to dash cooldown as well now, which is pretty handy. And I'm just keeping on. Oh, there's a bomb up there. There's a bomb power-up that I definitely need. Definitely need. Let's go ahead and max out our reach. And get rid of the competition. Be gone. Oh, it didn't nuke them. But it did poison them, which is interesting. I don't like Mana Fall either. I feel like there's got to be a mysterious third helpful option here. Let's try to deal with this. There we go. There we go. He's dealt with. Will we lose something? No. We got to keep everything again. The luck that we're getting on these on the chest spawns, considering our flame curses, is pretty sublime. Oh, it's scary. Oh, it's scary. Okay, get out of there. It's becoming more of a standard end game scenario for a bullet heaven, just massacring everything around me, but definitely still on my back foot. I might very well have to deal with this elite before I can get to the end of the round, and it's a challenging choice. It's a challenging choice. We're basically already at the end, so I'm curious if it will trigger. Surely it will. Surely it will cut me off. It won't let me infinitely farm experience beans by ignoring the elite, will it? Is there a max level cutoff? At what point does the power creep stop? I don't want to end up being in a Bleach anime episode because I've become too powerful and they need a new villain. Okay, so we can mutate the Moon Slash now. I'll go ahead and take that. Launches 3 slashes or gain 2 extra slash charges, and it now has a chance to inflict Starlight. I don't really care about Starlight. That's an add damage curse type of deal. A curse of weakness. It doesn't hold much utility to the man with a giant hammer. It would appear that I do have to dispose of the elite before I'm allowed to proceed, which seems a little broken to me. It makes sense, but at the same time feels a little broken because I can just do this. I can just prolong my video to increase my watch hours. Given that you haven't given up on me already. Hopefully this has been entertaining to you, because it is very entertaining to me. Get out of there. Don't get dashed on. Oh my lord. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. It's time to level up, guys. It is time to level so much XP. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. We can go ahead and max out our quick cast with only one more Flame Curse level. We're unlucky number 13. And look at that, 22% reduction to dash. Boulder bonk up. And we are once again leveled up. So let's max out our Boulder bonk. Okay, so that's the one that we had before. Boulders now roll forward, and they inflict flat on all enemies that they pass. I would 10 times rather have them fall from the sky and become mobile than I would them disintegrate upon impact. There's no downside once again. Any chance that you have or decision you can make that has zero perceptible downside is a chance worth taking, my friends. See what we can get. Surely we lose one. Surely we lose one. Wow, we didn't lose one the entire game. That's insane. Thunder, you know what? Why the heck not? Let's go ahead and max it out. Level 15. And there we go. There's our max stats. Yes, Thunderstrike targets a small area. What more could you ask for? Okay, so now we have the giant burrowing creature of doom who has taken us to the boss arena. 18-minute run, not bad at all. Totally doable on your lunch break if you're working remote from home and you go, oh, I'm still available for Teams meetings, but actually you're not because you're fighting Appletini. Now here is the scary thing for me, is look at this boss's health bar, guys. Barely even moving. I'm hoping to develop some sort of momentum, but the sad fact with Appletini is it's a close range boss. You need to be within a radius to effectively fight this enemy. And we're still leveling up. Moon Slash. Yes, on dash, spawn 3 slash. Slowly but surely, we are wearing Appletini down. I'm really hoping this works in my favor. Diligence is a big part of these games. If you're like me and you're hyper aware to a fault, not always a great thing, but it is helpful when there's a lot going on and you need to keep track of a lot. I was just complaining on the last video I did about having trouble multitasking. But it's seemingly not an issue here, so go figure. Okay, so Appletini is at the halfway mark, so he's gained, or she has gained. It appears to be a muscle-bound male worm in an apple, but I'm not one to assume the gender of the boss enemies in my video games. Appletini has acquired some new skills. They're not that impressive. It's more of the same that I don't want to be up next to Appletini for. But it might be a little bit simpler to dodge, as a matter of fact. They're all lined up for the most part. Sweet Lord, what just happened? Was that me? Did I do that? It's pretty impressive, honestly. All right, let's create some space. Let's try to clear some things out. I got a movement speed buff, movement speed power up. I'm feeling a little better about this now. It would take quite the problem in my gameplay to mess me up now. And we are maxed out. Everything is maxed out now, which is great. The Boulder Bonk is also proving to be incredibly useful here. Just chain effects on multiple enemies. It's a great feeling. Keeping track of what is mine and what is the enemy's is probably the hardest point right now. There's a game called Soulstone Survivors. Maybe I'll do a video on that once I get a little bit farther in on that game. I have a few hours in it, but I'm not what you would consider competent in Soulstone Survivors, but that game offers you an option that once so many things are on screen, the effects start to become a little overwhelming. So they give you a translucence option for your weapon effects, which is actually a really great idea. One that I think a lot of these games would benefit from having, because it just gets a little hectic, especially when it's a more maximalist design like this. And there we go, we've done it. But yeah, the typical Vampire Survivors is pixel art, and there are several games of the ilk that are pixel art. It's not so bad there, but here when it's in 3D, there's a lot going on. you need some semblance of control over the situation to remain good and focused. Good deal. So we won. We won hard mode in the carrot farm. Go us. So you can see we do get our loot. There is a loot bonusifier down below that if you do good, you get good things. So that is Funguys Swarm, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed me running through the game. It was fun to play on hard mode. I'd not tried it before. Definitely a challenge, and that's only the first map on hard mode. So if you're interested in this, guys, it is on Steam, and surprisingly, at the time that this video is being made, the game is only $5 USD on Steam. This is an absolute steal for the amount of work that these devs have already put into this game. And if Coral Island is any template as to what this will turn into, Stairway Games is definitely dedicated to quality and keeping that quality consistent through the entirety of the experience. So I wish them luck on this endeavor. We might do a follow-up later down the road when this game gets updated, but I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, leave a like on the video and consider checking out one of my other video game videos here on the YouTube. Thank you all for watching. I'm Svethlane, and I'm glad you spent a little time here at the Spaceport. See ya!